That was way too easy. Just said go live. I'm like, yeah, ask me anything else. All right. Just said go live. I'm like, yeah, ask me anything else. Okay, I'm gonna shut myself off over here. So we are on YouTube and we're inside here, but I think because of the view that I chose, I am. Look at my blue here, looking real blue on YouTube. Hello, blue. Hello, 2020 with the blue hair. I think I'm on too, so hey. All right, so let me mute everybody, mute all, so we can get going with the live stream here. And I look over there, it's like weird. So hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you all in what, months? I just disappeared into my own world. And I have been going through quite a bit of internal shifts. I'm in an entirely different place in my own awareness, my own life experience, my own awakening. I am like, but it's been amazing and it's been wonderful and it's been awesome. And I wanted to just come on here and share with you all because toward the middle of December is when I started feeling that 2020 energy and started feeling like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like, what's happening? And like I said, before we went live on YouTube, I did not, oh, you know what? Oh, okay, good. I do not pay attention to the end of 1 year and the beginning of another. It just, because time is such an illusion here and I'm so aware of that it didn't, I didn't really pay attention to it at all. And I didn't, I never, moving from 1 year to another, I didn't have any business planning. You know, once I got awakened AF, I stopped paying attention to business planning and what do I want to do for the year and what are my goals and what are my financial goals. I just let go of all of that. So the beginning of the year just never felt like anything significant to me. But I tell you, the end of the decade and the beginning of the new one, something shifted. Something absolutely shifted. And I was feeling it from the middle of December. I was feeling it. I was feeling this rise of energy happening. And I had a conversation with my divine team about why am I feeling this way this year? Like, what's different about this year and what's happening? And that conversation, I didn't actually plan on sharing that conversation. As you all know, I have private conversations with my divine team every night, you know, and this was one of those nights where I just said, why am I feeling this way for this year? This is different, you know, this is very, very different. And I'll share with you what that conversation was. But let me share with you first. I got invited to a New Year's Eve party for awakened souls here in Atlanta. And I didn't go. I didn't feel like going. And I just stayed home. Both my sons went out. And I stayed home and I was like, okay, I don't have anything to do. And I just started cleaning the house because I'm Trinidadian and that's what you do. You cannot let the new year meet your house with not one iota of dust. You know, so that's a Trinidadian thing. For Christmas in Trinidad, there's not all this buying of gifts. It's more making your house look stellar. That's what Christmas is about in Trinidad. It's not buying gifts for people. It's repainting your house and putting up new curtains and blah, blah, blah. And then New Year's is clean, clean, clean. Make sure the New Year doesn't meet you with your house dirty. And so New Year's Eve, that's what I was doing. I was cleaning and mopping and dusting and just cleaning the house and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. And then it was like 11:45 p.m. And I was playing music and I was dancing while I was sweeping and dancing while I was mopping. I was just having a hell of a blast, right? And which, by the way, has happened 2 New Year's Eves prior where I'm like dancing into the new year. But right around 11:45, I was like, well, wait, this is a new decade. I want the new decade to catch me doing something special. You know, I was like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll be meditating when the new year comes in, right? I was like, okay, let me just clean up these two things and I'll go meditate. Didn't meditate. 11:50, I'm still like dusting and cleaning the sink and putting the dishes away and da-da-da-da-da. And 11:55, I'm like, is this year gonna catch me cleaning my damn house? 11:55, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go be quiet. And then 11:57, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to watch the ball drop from Times Square. So I sit down in front of my TV. I bought a TV, not for television purposes. I just bought it so I could stream my YouTube videos on a big screen instead of my iPhone, you know. So I got on YouTube and started streaming the New York thing. And I was sitting on my sofa, me alone home, okay? I'm the only one in the house. And I sat down and I'm like waiting for the countdown, right? And I'm watching the cameras go through people. And for some reason, as the cameras was spotlighting different people in Times Square, I was just looking at everyone's faces. And I started talking to the TV. I'm like, hi, beautiful humans. We're going into 2020. I'm home alone, right? Talking to my TV. Hi, beautiful humans. We're going into 2020. And when the camera spotlight them, they know they're on camera, so they wave. I'm like, hi, talking to my TV. And as the countdown happened, I was just going to watch it happen, right? And then go to bed, you know? And as the countdown happened and I guess the announcer said, welcome to 2020. I don't know what got over me. I leapt out of my chair, like literally leapt out of my chair and started running around the house going, yes, yes, 2020, yes, yes. And I started crying and I was like, this energy came over me and I was like running around, home alone now, running around. Both my sons were at their parties or whatever. And I'm running around going, yes, yes, it's here. 2020 is here, yes. And I just felt from the middle of December, felt this energy of excitement about 2020. And I'm like feeling the excitement so much, I feel like I'm crying now. But feeling the excitement of 2020 and just like something shifted. It's like the instant we went from 2019 to 2020, I felt like my energy shifted. I felt like something shifted, something changed. And gosh, I can't wait to hear Rachel's story because, girl, where are you? I hope you're there. And I just felt like something moved, something energetically shifted in my reality. I didn't know if it happened in anyone else's reality, but I felt everything that my divine team shared with me about why the energy of 2020 feels the way that it does. And I was just ecstatic. I remember running, like I lost my mind for a second. I was like just running around the house going, we're here, 2020, we're here. And me, I'm the person who doesn't even care if the year came or went. You know what I mean? Yes, we're here, 2020. And I like looked out the window. Ain't nobody awake in my neighborhood. I'm like, we're here, 2020 is here. I don't know what it was, but I just felt such a high level of excitement and, oh my gosh, something new is about to happen. Something different is about to happen. And everything that my divine team shared, I felt in that moment. When I got Rachel's text today, and she's about to come on, I'll play my divine team's, my conversation with my divine team first, and then I'll check in with Rachel. But this morning, I was getting ready to take my son to work, and Rachel sent me a text saying, I healed myself, and she sent me a picture. And I about lost it. My response to her was, fuck yes! Oh my God! Rachel, I was brushing my teeth and I literally poured toothpaste into my mouthwash. I was literally lost, and there she is. I poured toothpaste into my mouthwash, Rachel. I'm like, what am I doing? She's trying to text me, and my son's behind me going, Mom, I gotta get to work. and I'm trying to drop him off, my 17-year-old son, trying to drop him off to work. And I'm trying to talk to Rachel going, girl, oh my God, you know. And it was like such a crazy experience just to hear from you, girl. And every time I looked at the picture you sent me, chills through my body, like literally, you guys are gonna wait till you hear her story. Chills through my body the whole entire time. And every time I look at that picture now, chills through my body. I was so excited for you. And it's like the whole energy that I felt at the beginning and in her text. Now, she has no idea that I went crazy when we went from 2019 to 2020 in my house, running around, celebrating by myself. But she said in her text, she said something shifted on January 1st. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you felt it too. You know, like, oh my God, you know, just crazy. I was like, the whole crazy high energy that I felt in 2020. This thing is telling me to mute my microphone to avoid echo. Oh, okay. We are already muted. Technology. But the entire energy that I felt at the beginning of 2020 was what I felt when I read her text. Oh my gosh. And Rachel took the pictures, right? She's in her underwear. I have to ask you for permission. I clipped out the part that shows that you're in your underwear. She's showing the before and after of her picture, right? And I'm like, if I'm going to share, I'll ask you for your permission to share it. If you don't want to share it, that's fine. The story is plenty enough. But I forgot that you were in your underwear, and I'm showing my son, look, she heals herself, look. Oh God. And I just kept looking at the picture going, oh my God, she healed herself. It was such an amazing thing for me, Rachel. Girl, you made my freaking day today. You made my day, girl. But I'll get to you in a second. We'll get to you in a second. And my son is like, what? I'm like, self-healing is what it's about. We're moving into the age of self-healing. No freaking doctors needed. I'm not, anybody who wants to go to a doctor is fine. I'm not against doctors. If I feel like I need to go to a doctor, I'll go. But man, we are moving into a whole new experience. Self-healing, moving and learning. Let me share what my divine team, the conversation with my divine team first. And then we'll hear from Rachel. And I'm just going to interview her because I just got a quick text from her and went crazy. And then I had to go drop my son. I was like, I actually haven't heard the whole story. So I'm totally looking forward to what the hell happened. But before we get to that, let me share my conversation with my divine team about why am I feeling this energy of 2020. This is a 15-minute message. So let me just switch to sharing my screen here. Hang on.
To enjoy your
that's not what I wanted. Hang on. It's over here. Oh my. And then I want to, after we hear from Rachel, I'm just going to chat with some of you, if you don't mind. I just want to hear what's happening with each of you, too. And I'm just here to support you all, too. Just know that, you know, this live stream is really about supporting each of you and being here for you and, you know, just wanting to be a part of your experience. So let's go here. Okay, I think this is the one. I just want to give you something beautiful to look at for 15 minutes, so. Hang on, yes, delete. Okay, and my dog is chewing and making noises under my feet. Milo, what are you doing? Okay. That big. Okay, so now I'm gonna share my screen. Whoop. What did I just do? I'm gonna unmute you guys. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. mute all. Yes. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the beginning.
Thursday, December 19th.
Oh, hang on. Let me make sure that's coming through properly on the speakers. Share computer sound. Okay, now we'll start.
Thursday, December 19th, 2019, 10:56 p.m. I'm quite tired, but I suddenly remembered that I had a question. I would like to hear from you because I feel this energy of excitement around 2020. I think we're all feeling it. We're feeling the excitement for what's ahead, you know? And I'm feeling it. I just want to hear from you. I know that can't really predict, but you can kind of read the energy of the reality that we're in, because I know there are many realities at play here. For the general reality that I'm in, what are you reading as what's ahead for us, generally anyway? In 2020, what's ahead? What's ahead? And I'm gonna be quiet now and listen. Oh yes, what is ahead for your 2020? We are as excited as you all are for what is ahead. For, yes indeed, it is a beginning of clearer vision, clarity, clearer vision for one's true self. Many begin to gain deeper and more expansive visibility into who they truly are. It is a year where many will begin the work that they incarnated here to participate in. The fears will subside, for the energy that is rolling, the energy that is swelling, the energy that is catapulting through this new year will allow for the dissipation of many of the fears that have thus far contributed to the holding back of becoming fully what one was meant to be in this incarnation, in the full experience of what was meant to be at play. So our guidance for you in this entry into the year 2020 is to remain clear-minded. Remain clear in your vision for what is ahead. Remain clear in what you expect. Remain clear in seeing into what is possible. We see for you what is possible, and we are excited with the energies that are at play. For you too will begin to see much more clearly all that you are. It is a year where many of you will begin to see your true selves in a way that you have never seen it before. Many of you will begin new ventures that have so far been left dormant due to the many fears that were at play. The many apprehensions that were at play will dissipate. For there is such an uprising of positive energy ahead for all of you. those who are vibrationally ready, which is many of you, we see so many of you becoming a beautiful vibrational match to the energy that is uprising for 2020. So yes, we say become excited about what is ahead. Become excited that you will begin to release all that has held you back thus far. Become excited about your ability to allow more of that which is desired. Become excited about your ability to allow more of what your soul intended in this incarnation. 2020 will be a year of releasing, a year of celebration, a year of the uprising of tremendous positive energies that will allow for more of your planet's evolution, expansion, growth, greater awareness. We are excited for you. And we invite you to step right into the energy of excitement and looking forward to much more of what one can experience when one is in full alignment with their true selves. We invite you to allow all that is ahead with open arms. Open. 2020 is the year where your ability to release the constrictions that have held you back so far, when that ability expands, and you'll find it much easier to step fully into that which you truly are. You'll find it much easier to embrace your full self, your true self, your passions, your desires. Embrace what is ahead for you in 2020. The greater expansion, greater awareness, the light that you are will expand much more fully in the years ahead. And we see that the years 2020 through 2024 to be a vast amount of expansion sweeping through your planet, greater awareness sweeping through your planet, awakening sweeping through your planet at full speed in the year 2020 through 2024. Embrace it. Embrace it. You will feel the lightheartedness. Yes, there will be many shifts and changes, and it may even appear at times to be disappointing or not what one would expect. But know that some of the structures that are at play will need to be ushered out of your experience in order for the new experiences to be birthed. So when you see things become the end of certain experiences and the end of certain things, be not alarmed, be not disillusioned. Know that this is part of the evolution of your planet. Know that this is part of the reawakening of the souls that are here. You all wanted to be here in this time and space. Fear not. When you see things coming to an end, know that it's also a new beginning. And we invite you to celebrate much of what is ahead. Look forward to it with great anticipation. We are excited for you, for all of the expansion and the awareness that is ahead. We are thoroughly excited for you. And we are thrilled that you've asked for some insights into what is ahead, for we are excited to share. Is there more? We would like to add that there's no preparation necessary for any of this. This is a natural evolution, a natural flow, a natural birthing, a natural expansion of awareness. throughout your planet, throughout your world. Many of you speak of the fifth dimension, but this has been at play long before 2020. Many of you are stepping into fourth and fifth dimensions of your experiences here. We are not concerned with the particular dimensions per se, because each person is experiencing their own expansion into more dimensions of themselves, more expanded versions of themselves. And that's a natural occurrence. It's not an event, it's a natural occurrence of who you are here to be and how you are here to be. No preparation is necessary. No huge transitions will abruptly take place. Yet you will see significant changes in your world within the next 4 years. And we hear our hearts asking, how might one prepare for these significant changes? And the answer is way more simple than one would imagine. Simply follow that which resonates most, that which lights you up the most, that which you feel passionate about the most, because in those instances is when you are completely attuned to what your soul is pointing you in direction of. Your excitement, your passion, your great interests, your childlike curiosity, your excitement, your anticipation. Know that all of this is in alignment with your soul's true calling, your soul's true purpose. And as you follow your heart, you are then in alignment with all that your soul had intended. There's nothing further to prepare for. For we know that there are many recipes that have been given, all of which, if it resonates, feel free to participate. But know that if you simply wake up each day and become more of who your soul intended for you to be, through the simplicity of just following your own heart's passion, your genuine passion, that is all. That is all that you're intended to experience here. There's no reason to be alarmed by any of the many shifts and changes that are ahead. Welcome them with open arms. You are fully prepared when you are tuned in to your soul's calling, when you are tuned into your heart, your passion, your excitement, your joy. You are tuned in. You are fully prepared when your focus is on who you truly are. When your focus is on the light that you are. When your focus is on simply following your passions. Simply following that divine inspiration that flows within you. We know it seems overly simplistic to say, just listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to your inner guidance, and all is well. No matter what is at play around you, through the many transitions and expansions of your earth, simply wake up each day and tune in to your higher self. Tune in to your soul's messages. And when you do, that is all that you are here to do. Know that it is all that you're here to do. It is truly that simple. We see the complexity of all that you have played with here. And in many times it's quite interesting to play with the complexities. But know that none of this was meant to be complex. It's quite simple. So we say, follow your heart, follow your joy, follow your passion. And know that it is within the vibration of that therein lies your comfort, your safety. You need not be concerned when you are tuned in to your soul's essence. Know that all is well and enjoy the journey, enjoy the expansion, enjoy the many shifts and changes that are ahead for you, the beautiful shifts and changes. They were meant to be enjoyed. They were meant to be celebrated. Even as the old structures dissipate and the new experiences blossom, know that it was meant to be interesting. It was meant to be enjoyed. It was meant to be fulfilling. It was meant to be insightful. And it was meant to be expansive. Simply set the intention for it to be all of the above. And know that we are here, right here, with you, celebrating and looking forward to the new decade that you're moving into. And this completes our message for you today.
There's no sound.
Thankfully, I wasn't saying anything. Thank you. I was just taking it in. And Rachel's story is just so in alignment with that message, you know? There's energy flowing through me right now that is inexplicable. Before I go to Rachel, do any of you have questions or comments about anything that you just heard or anything that was shared in that recording? If you do, just unmute yourself and ask, and hopefully everybody doesn't unmute at the same time. Any questions or comments about anything? We'll come back to Q&A toward the end as well, in terms of whatever you want to be supported in. If you want me to connect with my divine team on your behalf, I'd be happy to do that. Okay, so no one has any questions about the recording. That's good. So let's go to Miss Rachel. Oh, you don't know how fucking excited I am right now. Hang on, let me spotlight you. Miss Rachel. Okay.
Girl, I'm like chilling in my bed.
I know, you probably slept in.
Exactly.
Oh my God, did you make my day today? Lord Jesus, let me tell you.
It was so funny because I just had this urge to tell you this morning. And I was just like, I just really want to tell Allison.
Oh my gosh. I was like, my son was like, Mom, we gotta go. I'm gonna be late for work. I'm like, shush, she just had a miracle, shush. I was like, Rachel just healed herself, be quiet. Oh God. And then I'm running out the door, right? And then we're in the car and I'm like just feeling the energy of that. And I grabbed my phone and I put your picture up and he was sitting behind me. I'm like, look, see? She heals herself. Okay, everybody is in suspense because you and I know the history of all this and nobody knows. But let's start from the beginning. So I'll let you tell the story. So when did this all start? Like, when did you notice that this lump was happening?
Yeah, so shoot, I really want to say back in 2017.
Couple years.
Yeah, so like about 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, I started noticing that my stomach was getting a little bit larger. And at first I started to try to like work out like hardcore. I'm like, I know I'm not
abs. Gonna work them abs, right? Yeah.
Right? because the rest of me is skinny. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I didn't really get it checked out until like a year later, until I had like health insurance with my new job and stuff, because I don't really believe in going to the doctor for anything. It's just how I was raised. My mom is actually a physician's assistant, but she's all about holistic health and healing and all that stuff. So I never was like, whatever. And I never had any like symptoms from it either. I just noticed that my stomach started to protrude a little bit more. And then 2018, my mom and parents were badgering me about it or whatever. So I finally went to the doctor and got like an ultrasound, and they found this like large cyst in my abdomen. It was going literally from right under my breast all the way down to like my pelvis. And so it was like literally covering my entire stomach, making me look like I was like 4 to 5 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And so when I went to the specialist, of course, you know, the first thing most doctors want to do is cut you open and take it out, you know, but she couldn't tell me.
I remember she was like, she got back from the doctor. She's like, fuck no, I'm not nobody's slicing me open. Shoot.
I was like, whatever. Because I was like, my whole logic is, if you can't tell me how I got this thing, what the hell makes you sure that it's not going to come back after you cut me open? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
So,
did they have a reasoning as to why it occurred?
No, and she's supposed to be the ovarian doctor too, you know, so I'm like, oh no, this specialist lady can't even tell me, like, no, I'm good, I'll heal myself, thank you, you know. Mm-hmm. So from then I was just like, you know, well, I really didn't do anything other than, I mean, you know, I tried a lot of the stuff that I've had already been doing for 10 plus years, which was like doing the whole plant-based thing, you know, and I had several conversations with my divine team on like the path to take, and really they were just kind of like, whatever you feel is the best path.
I know, right? That's, yeah. We wanted them to make the decisions for us, and they're like, no, actually, you can do whatever you want.
So it's funny because, yeah, so I just had been doing like, you know, mostly plant-based. I would still do other things or whatever. And then, you know, off and on, whenever I was feeling it, you know, sometimes I would visualize, you know, myself just going to the doctor and it completely being healed. Or I would always, every time I get up and go take a shower, of course, I'm always checking myself out in the mirror, checking to see if it's still there, you know. And then I started feeling energetic shifts actually too in December as well. And
chills just went through me when you said that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just started feeling like more excited about my life. I guess I feel like 2019 was definitely emotionally challenging, but I was very much so in a somber like cocoon. But in December, I just started getting like more excited about my life. I don't know why, but I just felt more excited about my life. And the most funniest occurrence happened to me on December 25th, on Christmas Day, like my purse was stolen out of the trunk of my car.
Oh.
Now, I say that with excitement because when it happened, I was excited.
And such is the life of awaken as fuck people.
Right. Something good is gonna happen from this.
Oh no, my purse got stolen. Cool.
I know. So when it happened, you know, of course I had to cancel all my cards and stuff. My spirit was like super excited, like, oh my God, something good is gonna happen. Something good is gonna happen.
Okay, pause. Hang on. I gotta say something on that. When you get to the place, and this is for everyone listening, you get to the place where you are, and I'll come back to you in a second. You get to the place where no matter what happens, you know it's going to work out in your favor. You just know. No matter, things falling apart. This happened, that happened. Didn't get the job, didn't get the money, didn't get the client, didn't get this, didn't get that. When you move into the place where I just know that in spite, and because this has happened, something even more exciting is ahead. You know what I mean? That is when you know you awaken to a whole nother life experience. And I know a lot of that is going to expand in the year 2020 as well. Okay, back to Rachel. Hang on, let me spotlight you. Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like that message had been resonating for me for the last few months. Like my spirit fam kept giving me like just instances and movies that I would watch and stuff like that of just like the character going through something and then something beautiful, you know, developing. Yeah. And they were just helping me shift my perception on labeling things, stop labeling things as negative You know what I mean? And so I was like, I don't know. When that happened on the 25th, I was just super excited, you know? So I was like, you know, moving through life. And so like January.
Well, let me ask you this. When you felt the excitement, was it just inexplicable excitement for no reason? Or did something come to mind or anything like that? Or was it just pure bliss?
It was just kind of bliss. I didn't know what would happen. I just knew that something good was going to happen from this. I didn't know what was leading to it.
Girl.
But I was like, something great's going to happen. I don't know.
Right.
You know, and like in a moment where, you know, people are like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Everything's great. Like, you know.
Whatever.
Right? Like, because how I found out was the person actually like used my credit card. And then I was like, who the hell has my credit card? And because I had put my purse in the back of my trunk or whatever. And because I was out with my family for Christmas or whatever. One of my cousins, his birthday is on Christmas Eve. And so we were all out at a club. I barely ever go out. So I like put my purse in the back of my trunk, and then it, somebody must have been watching me because they took my purse and they took my coat and stuff like that, and they left the rest of the stuff because I had some music equipment back there too. I was like, well, good thing they didn't take that. So I was like, yeah, it was, I don't know how it happened. I wasn't really like tripping about it. I don't know. I was just chilling.
Right.
So anyways, moving on. So January or December 31st, right?
Wait, before you move on, your stomach is the same size it's been all this time, right? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I haven't noticed that, you know, like I try to, I don't know. I think, I don't even know. I can't even explain to you how it happened, honestly, but nevertheless. So December 31st comes around. I decide, like, my family always has this huge, like, New Year's Eve party at my uncle's house. He has, like, this big mansion, and, like, I have a huge family here. So I didn't feel like going to that for some reason. I was like, I'm just going to drive. So I do, like, Uber and stuff on the side. So I just decided to, like, drive and make money and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just drive and just be out here or whatever. Long story short, I drove. It was a great night. Went home, whatever. I woke up before I came into the house. One of my passengers had left their cell phone in my car. And I was like, okay, whatever. They'll eventually call me tomorrow. I slept in, and then eventually they called me the next day saying, oh, can you meet us up or whatever to give me the phone? I was like, yeah, no problem. So like, so I'm like leaving the house, right, to go meet the person. I was like, to give them back their phone.
This is New Year's Eve.
This is New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, okay.
Yeah. So the next day. So then I'm like, I wake up and then I'm like leaving the house. Now, I'm not a clumsy person. I used to be a very clumsy person when I was younger, but now I'm not a clumsy person. So I'm walking out of the house, I close the door, and I like trip and fall or whatever. And I like I catch myself. Luckily I be doing push-ups and stuff because I didn't like bang up my whole face, but I tripped and fall, and I was like, dang, this is so weird. But when I like got up, I literally already felt like a different person because I already felt the shift of
the energy. Oh, it's moving through me right now. Oh Lord.
But when I tripped and fell and I got up, I was like, that is so weird. Like, to me, it was like some like signifier of something shifting. I don't know what it was, right? Like, I just felt like
that inner knowing. Yeah,
it was an inner knowing that I was like, this is so weird. Why do I feel like something's different? So anyways, I get in the car, go
tripped and fell into a new reality is what I
That's what it was. I felt like
she went, oh, new reality, okay.
I already felt excited about life. I already felt like 22.
Fell out of the old parallel reality into a new one. Okay, I'm up.
That's exactly the meaning I gave it.
Your spirit fam was behind you going, push her into a new reality. Oh, okay.
That's exactly how I felt. I was like, I feel like literally I fell into a different reality. That's exactly, I'm falling forward into a different reality. That's literally how I felt when I got up. I was like, at first, you know, I like scuffed my hands and stuff, and I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But when I got up from the floor, I'm like, this is so weird. I like never fall. Like, what is this? Like, I come out of my place like all the time. Like, what? So anyways, so I deliver the person's phone. Push comes to shove, I didn't really notice that it had gone down. You know, I'm taking showers every day, whatever. And then maybe a day or two ago on Friday, I just happened to look at myself. I don't always look at myself, but like I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, my stomach is flat. Like, what the fuck?
What?
I'm like, where did it logical mind takes over, and I'm thinking maybe it ruptured when I fell or something, like, okay, but I'm like, I'm not feeling anything, I might feel like a little tummy, something, but it wasn't like anything major, it wasn't like I have internal bleeding, I need to go to the hospital or something, you know what I mean? Because anytime they tell you about a cyst rupturing, they give you like the worst possible case scenario.
Right, you gonna die.
Right, you gonna die.
Cover all the deathly bases, that's what doctors do. What are all the worst scenarios that could happen? Cover our bases so you can't sue us.
Right. And so I kind of consulted with my divine team, and they're just like, we just want you to relax over the next 7 days. Just chill, just sleep in, don't worry about it, and just relax and take some time, like, like you're healing or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I told, I literally told my mom yesterday around this same time, and I told you today. So I was like, this is all new to me. So I'm just like, okay, I healed myself basically, because whatever, I don't even know what the fuck happened, honestly, but I woke up one day, from one day to the next, I had this cyst making me look like I'm 45 months pregnant. Like,
okay, wait, let me show people now. I only have the pic of your stomach. Okay. So I cut out your underwear and your butt. Okay, watch guys, okay? This is the before and after, hang on. Are you guys seeing that? Do you see that? She went from that to that overnight.
It was really weird.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So
I can't stop staring at the picture. I'm like, stop. Like, what?
I keep looking at myself in the mirror, like wondering if
Girl.
I'm hallucinating.
She wasn't kidding when she said she looked like she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And boom.
People were always like, for the last 3 years, people were like, oh, so when are you having your baby? Because if you see me in person, I'm a very tall, skinny person.
Yeah, she's 6 foot.
I'm 6'1"
and so very skinny.
And I'm skinny. And so when people see me with this stomach, they immediately assume that I'm pregnant. Because I'm like, no skinny person would have a belly, right? Like, right. So I'm like, okay. So now I keep looking in the mirror thinking like, what's going on?
You even look like you have like some ab definition going on in there. Did you notice that?
Well, I work out all the time.
Girl.
So I was like, just at some point my abs will come back. But I swear to God, in December, even November, I would just sometimes whenever the feeling hit me, I would just visualize and I put myself in a reality. I would alternate and just shift to a reality where I was healed. And I felt it and I would feel excited about it and like be looking at myself.
That's the vibe, yeah.
So for this to actually be in my physical reality is like, okay, it's done. And so when I speak into my spirit fam, they're like, just in your mind, we just want you to affirm. They kept giving me their affirmation. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. And they're like, don't do research and try to see if there's anything wrong. Like, don't fucking do that.
Humans don't know. The hell do they know?
They're like, just
don't go to WebMD. God. That's what we do, we get sick and we go WebMD. That's like the worst thing to do, because WebMD will give you 6 things that's wrong with you with that one thing that you put in.
Right.
Don't research it. That's right. Just accept it.
And accept it, exactly. And so I've just been chilling and just living my life. And I'm just excited. I'm like looking at my body. I'm like, I haven't had my flat stomach since fucking 2016.
God.
So
Chill's still going through my body. Chill's still going through. When you sent me that pic, I was like, what? Girl. Now, what has your family said so far?
The only person that knows is my mom, so I haven't told anyone.
Oh, you haven't told. Girl, I've been sending that picture all over the Heal myself.
Well, I've only been following my inspiration, and I felt inspired to tell my mom, and I felt inspired to tell her. And that's the only, like, I don't know, I haven't felt inspired to tell anybody. Because usually...
Well, now you just told the whole world, though. We're on YouTube right now, so you just told the whole world. Sorry.
Because usually I misshare a lot. Anytime something great happens, I want to share.
Right.
For some reason, I think because I'm in this kind of cocoon phase where my
I am too.
chill, don't tell anybody, because I don't feel like having questions and all this other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, no, so that's basically the thing. And it's funny too, because even just the shift in energy of 2020, like before this even occurred, I felt like a different person. And I felt like everything that your divine team told you, it was like such a confirmation. I was like getting chills as they were saying that. I was like, that's so funny. I feel fearless. I feel like everything that I want is already done. Like I don't know. And I felt that energy too. And like, even like the other day, like, this is gonna sound harsh, but I was like, everybody who just doesn't like belong in my life, I put, you know, in my mind on a human level, I was like, I create a get the fuck out of my life list. So these people know
get the fuck out of my life list.
I'll let go of that group of people. And it would just felt liberating. Like, cause you know, sometimes you kind of hold on to family members or people in your life because of, you know, things that you think you're supposed to do. And it's just like, I don't know, I just feel so empowered. Even before this happened, I felt that way. And so wake up and look in the mirror and be like, I'm in a different reality. It's like, okay. It's already done.
It's so done. And you've been saying that for the last few months. It's like, I already see myself healed.
Yeah.
And there it is.
My mom kept telling, she was, you need to do this. And my mom's always into alternate medicine. You should try this or do this meditation or do this chant and da-da-da. And I love her, you know, but I'm always about doing what feels good for me. And I would just tell her, I'm going to heal myself. I'm already healed. It's already done. I'm not going to worry about it. It's already done. So, you know what I mean? Like, I could have went to the doctor. I could have got surgery. I could have like went on like some extreme diet and tried to take a whole bunch of pills. And I did try that. I think I did try that in 2018 when I did first or whatever. But after that, I just was just like, I'm just going to, I was like,
I'm not going to
worry about it anymore. It's already done. I don't need to think about it. It's already done. So.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Girl, that was my inspiration for the whole damn year. That whole damn year, I don't need nothing else. Just look at the pic. Okay. We that powerful. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Let me unmute you. Let's see here. Okay. And you can mute yourself, Rachel.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And this is what I've been going through in the last 2 months or so when I've been MIA. It's really just integrating that we are not human beings, that we are light beings. And when we really embrace that, when we really know that, when we really see ourselves as that, experiences like Rachel just shared becomes the norm. And over the last couple of months, I've just been having these amazing insights and a return to who I truly am. Yes, I go into humaning and I come out because that's what we're here to do, right? We're not here to be all, you know, in the clouds all the time. But there's this new awareness that, and anything that happens, this awareness kind of just comes in where I go, oh, this is just a skit and a role that we're playing. And you can create the scene of your life in any way that you choose. Just create the scene however you choose. You are the screenwriter, the screenplay writer. You're the person that's orchestrating all of the elements, all of the experiences, all of the, now you're co-creating with others, of course, like this experience where you all are here, we're co-creating this experience together. But there's just such a profound awareness within me now that we are more than we think, you know, and we've always been more than we think. And what we're capable of is so indescribable. What we're capable of is so indescribable from a human perspective, you know? And things like self-healing and creating whatever, allowing, I shouldn't even say creating, because everything that we think we want is already here. It's already here. It's like no creation is necessary. It's already here. It's just tripping and falling into that new reality. Like Rachel did. So take a step outside your door, trip and fall, and go, okay, new reality. And when I look at this pic, that before and after pic with you, Rachel, it reminds me of the story that I heard a while ago where when they were studying, scientists actually, or the medical profession, were studying people who have multiple personalities, where in one personality, they'll have a growth like that. And then in the next personality, when their personality shifts, the growth disappears. Or in one personality that comes forth, they have an allergy. And when another personality comes forth, that allergy doesn't exist. Or they in one personality, in this multiple personality disorder, they need glasses, they can't see without it. And then they'll switch personalities and all of a sudden they have perfect vision, they can see just fine. So if that's happening in what we call crazy people, which they're just moving from one reality to another, they're not aware that they have the ability to do that. But if that's happening with so-called crazy people, that's what's possible for all of us. We can move into a new reality anytime we want. But what happens for us is we have rehearsed the present reality so much that we keep reliving it. Every single millisecond is a new reality anyway. But it looks like the last millisecond because we have chosen to focus on the way it is. So we keep recreating the way it is. And for whatever reason, Rachel, you kind of stepped outside of that reality. You practiced and rehearsed the new reality so much that it had to become your reality. And that's not just for illnesses, it's for money, it's for finances. I'm getting this new experience of the perception of money as well, because money has no meaning whatsoever other than the meaning that we've chosen to give it, and we have chosen to give it so many different meanings. We've chosen to put money as our, almost as the thing that's supposed to take care of us, not realizing that who we truly are is what takes care of us, not any external thing. And we are taken care of by our awareness of who we truly are and our ability to step into the knowing and the awareness of who we truly are, rather than looking outside ourselves to a job or to a doctor or you can do all of that too. It's not like it's mutually exclusive or anything like that, but see all those things as just avenues to experience and express what we're here to express. And it becomes an entirely different experience. What's also been happening in my own experience is everything feels equal. Nothing feels more important than anything else. I had this funny experience with my mother when I went home a few months ago. There's this guy in Trinidad that's been texting me. Never met him, never seen him. How'd he get my number? He works for my brother. And my mother said to him, do you have the kind of phone where you could see the other person? My mother's 80 something. She doesn't understand technology. And she gave him my number and in order to do a video chat. And he's been texting me ever since. I've never met the man, never seen him. He's seen me because he kind of looked in the, as my mother was talking to me, but I've never seen him. So I get to Trinidad. My mother is saying he wants to take you out. I'm like, I ain't going out with the man. I don't know what he looks like. What's he look like? I don't know what he looks like. And I'm, joking around. I was like, is he 6 foot tall, flat stomach, nice teeth, nice smile? Because he's got to be that. My mother's like, no, actually, he's short and stocky. I'm like, no. And she's telling my sister the story, right? My sister is here in Macon, Georgia. We were on this 3-way conversation when I was in Trinidad. And my mother is like, this is what Allison says she has to have. I'm like, I didn't say I have to have it. I'm just saying what I'm attracted to, right? And my sister says, Allison, you're going to have to lower your standards because men your age always have a stomach urge, something like that. She said. And I said, well, well, I guess I'll die single then. My sister was like, and then once my conversation was over, I realized that nothing feels more important than any other thing. And I actually do really mean that. Like, there's nothing in this human experience that's critically important to me anymore. And you know how some people feel like they need to be in a relationship in order to feel complete. So they're leaving a space open in their lives where that space feels incomplete unless somebody comes in and fills it, right? A man, a woman, whatever. Got to have that relationship in order to feel complete in life, in order to feel like you've accomplished something, or you've gotten somewhere, or you've got what everybody else got. You know what I mean? And I've gotten to the place where being in a relationship feels no different to me or no more important to me than having a beautiful meal tonight, or eating a slice of chocolate cake, or it just doesn't feel important. It doesn't, like, nothing in life feels more important than another. And what has happened in my experience is everything feels the same in terms of we're just here having experiences. And yes, celebrate all the things that feel good and feel wonderful, and, you know, have those experiences of celebration like I did New Year's Eve night and like I did with Rachel. And it's all part of the experience, but there's no yearning for any one thing over another, because everything feels like part of this beautiful experience. Kind of like Rachel lost her wallet and she's like, ah! You know, it's like, it's just another experience to have, you know, and everything feels equally beautiful. Everything, I have nothing against being in a relationship. Being in a relationship will be amazing, and not being in a relationship is amazing, you know, and I could literally die single and it does not bother me. I could literally never be in a relationship ever again, and I'm totally cool and totally fine with that, because everything feels like whatever it is that's occurring in my experience, it's here for my enjoyment. And if singleness is here forever, then singleness I will celebrate, and singleness I'll have a damn good time with, you know? And that's how I feel about all aspects of life now. Everything feels like it's here, it's present in my experience for my enjoyment and for my satisfaction and for my celebration. And everything feels that way to me. And the experience that I've been having in the last couple of months has just been expanding that, and just expanding my awareness of who I'm here to be and how I'm here to be. And nothing feels bigger. You know, people have, I want to accomplish this in life, or I want to do this next. Nothing feels bigger than another thing. Everything feels like, yeah, this is what I'm here to hang out with. You know, this is what I'm here to do. And nothing feels radically more important than another. And every life experience that occurs feels like, yeah, this is the next thing. And yeah, this is the next thing. Even if that next thing is cocooning and stillness and, you know, being in solitude and not really interacting with people much, even if it's that is also meant to be enjoyed, because that's what I've been feeling in the last couple of months, is just that desire for solitude and stillness. And I just want to be connecting with my divine team and hearing what's next for me, if there is anything next for me, and just really fully embracing that and wanting to just allow my life to be whatever it wants to be, and not needing to force anything into reality, and just knowing that whatever my life experience is, it's meant to be, you know, it's just meant to be what it is right now. And it doesn't need to be anything different, you know? And my divine team has just been pouring such clarity into my experience. And that's what I feel about this new decade. And that's what I feel about 2020, It's the year of clarity, 2020 vision. It's the year of clarity. And many of us will move past all of these things that we felt stuck in, because we're now moving into a brand new reality and an entirely different experience. And all the things that we felt attached to will no longer feel attached to, and we'll just feel the freedom of expressing how we want to express in the way that we want to express. And we'll feel the flow of that and the freedom of that and the lightness of that and the thrill of that. And we'll just move into that experience so seamlessly and so effortlessly. And we'll look back and go, how the hell did that happen? How the hell did I get here? How come I'm experiencing life in this new way now? And that's what I see that's ahead for us, not only in 2020, but in other years ahead, especially those of us who incarnated here to be part of this awakening experience, to be part of how our civilization expands and evolves and sees more of who we truly are. And it's just been an amazing ride, an amazing journey. And the experience of this being a new year and a new experience has been so palpable. It's just like every time I see the digits 2020, it's like, it's like, we're in it, and it feels so exciting. And I just know there's this knowing, this fullness and this knowing that we're all going to be moving into entirely new experiences, and it's exciting and it's thrilling. And even myself, I know that there are new experiences that I'm about to birth, and it's just been amazing to just sit with it and see it and go, yeah, that's what's next. That's what's next. And to just throw our arms around those new, thrilling, exciting 2020 vision experiences where you're seeing life for what it truly is, and you're seeing yourself for who you truly are, and all of those, the blinders and the veil of forgetfulness that has shrouded our experiences thus far is going to move. And it's like moving aside a curtain, and you're seeing brand new opportunities and brand new experiences and brand new lightheartedness, joy, just stepping into these experiences so seamlessly and so effortlessly that we'll blow ourselves away. We're going to blow ourselves away with all of it, So I'm just really, really looking forward to it. And that's all I have to share. I'm just going to open it up now. Does anyone have any experiences that they want me to tune into my divine team on? I just feel them here already and just sharing all of this. If you do, and you have a question, or you have something that has felt confusing, or something that has felt like, I can use some clarity on this, I'm here for that. If you want to ask a question. Just unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, we are complete. But I'm willing to play some more if you all want to play some more.
Okay, I'm ready to ask.
Yeah, Soul is ready to play. Are you in Hong Kong right now?
I'm in Seoul, South Korea.
Seoul, Korea, right. Wait, girl, that's like 4 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you've been up since 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, go for it, girl. What's your question?
I just ended a contract with my teaching experience because it got really bad for me health-wise. Like I was like a zombie for 6 months. I was like, I'm done with this experience.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like, I know I want to be here in Korea because I really like it. I still am not done with this experience. Yeah. But like, I don't see any possibilities other than being on a tourist visa here. Because my boss said no to me switching over to looking for a job visa. Like, she didn't give me the document. Like, the last day I asked again, and she's like, I hope that you understand, Miss Sol, that I can't give it to you. And I was like, you had 2 weeks to tell me. You couldn't tell me that before? Yeah. So I didn't have a good experience with that school, but I just want to move forward and like really enjoy my experience here in Korea.
Okay. And I'm just going to speak what I'm hearing or translate the energy that I'm feeling and hearing. We want for you to expand your awareness of what is possible. Because what was stated earlier is your inability to see what is possible and your inability to see what is ahead. And that inability to see what is ahead is what is, I see this, they're showing me this image of an iron door opening. Don't know why it's an iron door opening, but they're saying that expression of I'm not able to see what's possible, I can't see right now, is what I'm just gonna go. Wow, so much energy flowing through my body right now. We want for you to release that statement. We want for you to start saying and start seeing, I see many possibilities for myself, and I align with all of the possibilities that are available here for me. They want you to assert and express that alignment that is available to you in this moment, not the future. Everything that you desire, everything that you want to experience is already here. Your inability to see it because your vision is blocked by the door that was closed, but the door that was closed does not need to block what is possible. So we're asking that you release the statement that you're not able to see what is next and replace it with the statement, I see many possibilities for myself. And as you begin to move into the energy of I see many possibilities for myself, those possibilities will begin to roll into your experience at warp speed. It will be blinding speed. The speed at which those possibilities will come into your experience will astound you simply by your own ability to release the statement that you cannot see it. God, I feel like I want to jump out of my seat right now. As you begin to release the statement that you cannot see what is possible and replace it with, I do see what is possible. I see everything that is possible for me in this moment. Those possibilities will roll into your experiences. Doors will begin to open. The phone will ring. You will begin to meet people that will be a doorway into those multiple possibilities that are here for you. What we see for you is limitless possibility. What we're inviting you to see for yourself is limitless possibility. The statements that you're uttering is from a limited perspective. So we're inviting you to release that limited perspective and begin to see that all is possible and begin to see that all is well. Move into the energy of this new decade, move into the energy of this new year and begin to release all that you have been saying to yourself because that person said to you that there's not a possibility in that experience for you. The reason that that door was closed was for you to have this experience of seeing your limitless possibility. You were seeing this person and this experience as your source. That is not your source. You are your source. And as you begin to see your energetic being as your source for all that is possible, you'll begin to walk into all that is possible, for all that is possible is actually limitless. And as you begin to utter statements of limitlessness, you'll begin to have the experience of limitlessness. So we're asking you to change your verbiage, change your statements, change what you are saying, which will begin to allow you to see and change what you are seeing. Your vision will begin to change in this new year of 2020. Your vision will begin to expand. You will begin to see your limitless possibility. And as you step into your energy of limitless possibility, for beloved, know that that energy exists within you right now. The physical form that you see in the mirror, the physical experiences that you're having is simply the tip of the iceberg. You are an energetic being.
You are tied into this universe. You are far more than you see and that you have experienced thus far. So we're inviting and we're asking you to see the true self, not the human self, but your true self and all that you're capable of. Step into the energy of 2020. It is here for you. Step into the energy of 2020. And I'm hearing also, for those of you who are hearing this message for Soul, know that this is a message for you as well. This is not just for her, but we're speaking to her from the place of her question. We're asking you all to step into this energy that there's a vortex that has opened up, which is why many of you have felt the energy of 2020. If you have not yet felt it, allow yourself to feel it. Say to yourself, say to your energy being, I now choose to move in to the energy of clarity, which is what this year is about. The energy of clarity, the energy of more being possible, and the possibilities coming toward me at a speed that would be blinding, at a speed that would be very limitless. And as you begin and allow yourself, say to yourself, I open myself up to the energy of 2020. I open myself up to the clarity that is here for me. I open myself up to the limitless possibility that is here for me. As you begin to say that to yourself and begin to energetically see what those possibilities are, you may not see them as crisply as when they unfold in your experience, but we're inviting you to see that there is no limit to what is here for you. There is no limit to what is here for you. Any limits that you see are self-imposed. You are the creator of your reality. You are the allower of your reality, for all that is desired has already been created. If it has already been created, in how many ways can you allow yourself to see it? In how many ways can you allow yourself to see it? And they're moving back to you, Soul. So we're inviting you, Soul, to begin to see and change your language around what is possible so that you can begin to open up the doorway into all that is possible. What I'm seeing right now in my mind's eye is an iron door. And as the iron door is opening up, there's a beam of light coming through. And they're sharing with me that as you begin to release the old statements, release the old language, that doorway will open up for you. And as you step out of the darkness that you have been playing in, you'll step into the light, and that light part of you will begin to expand in such a massive way that it will begin to attract into your experience, magnetically draw into your experience all that your soul has intended for this lifetime. And they're saying, query your soul for what it had intended to experience here. Not necessarily the human agenda. They're saying release the human agenda and align with the soul's purpose, and also expand your light so that you can begin to align with all that exists for you as this doorway begins to open up for you. And this is our message for you today, they're saying.
Thank you. Girl, I think I'm gonna trip into that doorway.
Fall. Just like Rachel. Boom. Into a new reality. Oh my God, my body is so lit right now. Ah. Okay. Thank you, Soul, for the question. You can mute yourself now. Anyone else wants to ask a question as this energy is flowing?
Yeah, hi, Alison.
Who? Let me
Hello?
see. Hang on. Go ahead. Hang on. I have
Hi.
to see who's speaking here. Let's see. Okay, what's
Can you
your
hear me?
name so I can bring you live? What's your name?
Estelle.
Estelle. Okay. Hang on.
Estelle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Whoop, hang on.
How come I can't see you? Do you guys see her? Am I blind? Okay, well, hang on more.
Maybe my video.
Are you on video or no? Oh, there you go. Okay.
No, I've just switched it on.
Okay, cool. You don't have to be on video if you want.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Do you want to be on video or you prefer to just be audio? Okay, because I'm going to highlight you, which means you're going to be in the. Okay. You just want to be audio?
Oh, all right.
If you don't want to be highlighted, it's fine. We can just go with the audio. You want to just do audio?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's go for audio.
Okay, cool. So let me make myself back here.
Yeah, then let's
speak up here. Okay. All right. So we'll just hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, just wanted to go back on to what you said at the beginning. Was really interesting. For me, the end of the year 2019 was really intense. I got a baby and I got married. It was a lot.
Your audio is going in and out, Estelle.
At once. And now my question was to know.
Oh, we lost your audio again. We heard to know and then you disappeared.
Oh, hello?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we heard the hello, but then you disappeared again. Oh, I think we lost you, girl. We lost your audio. If you want to, yeah, your audio is pretty.
Now?
We can hear you. Let me see if it stays because you keep going in and out. We hear parts of what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes, go ahead. Do you want to we heard that you had a rough end of the year, just a lot going on, it being very intense.
Yes.
What is your question around that? Did you have a question?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to know because so many emotions coming at once, right? How to deal with that, and yeah, and what is coming next? Because I guess it's gonna still be quite intense, especially with the baby and yeah, a lot of worries, fears, yeah.
Okay, so you're asking what's ahead for you? Is it are you experiencing fear in what's ahead or what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so a lot of fears, especially about the baby, about his health, and yeah.
I see. Okay. All right, let me tune in. Instantly, I heard there's nothing to fear. Okay. They say, know, beloved, that we are surrounding both you and your little one. Know that there's nothing to fear in what's ahead. Interesting. They said, you need not know what is ahead in order to feel confident about what is ahead. The fear that is present is simply a separating from the truth of who you are. It may seem like it has to do with what is occurring. It may seem like it has to do with your little one, or it has to do with the life experiences that are occurring. But life circumstances and experiences can be traversed and experienced without fear, no matter what they are. Even though they may appear to be concerning, they need not be concerning when you are tuned in to who you are. We're inviting you to come back to the present moment. When you live out into the future, that's when fear arises because you don't know what is ahead, nor do you need to know what is ahead. So, beloved, we're asking that you come back to the present moment. Look at the beauty in your newborn. Look at the beauty in life. Look at what's happening in this present moment For if you move too far into the future, you'll fear what is ahead. Not only will you fear it, but you're creating stories about what hasn't happened yet, and then becoming afraid of what you've created in your mind. None of those things has happened. And whether or not they will occur is irrelevant to the peace within which you can be, no matter what is ahead for you. They're saying, have you taken the time to celebrate the birthing of this newborn? Have you taken the time to celebrate life and the experience of this life? We know that it may seem challenging. We know that it may seem insurmountable at times, but it isn't. These are simply experiences that your soul is exploring along with you. Know that you're not alone. You are, I'm seeing this image in my mind's eye of dozens of light beings around you and your baby. And let me just tune into what the message is there. They're saying, yes, we want for her to see that too. If you can, in a moment of stillness, take your eyes off the situation that is arising and tune into the presence of the light beings that are around you in the stillness. As you hold your baby, let go of the circumstances, let go of the worry, let go of all the care that seems to be coming up and the concern and the worry. And in that moment of stillness, tune in to the reality that there are dozens of light beings around you who are here for you, who are here for your newborn. We came in with your newborn. We came in with your newborn, and we're also here for you. We knew everything that would occur. And we knew that the light forces, the light forces that were necessary for your experience needed to be present in the arrival of your newborn. And so we're here. When you are tuned in to circumstances, you cannot feel our presence. When you're tuned into worry, when you're tuned into fear, you cannot feel what is occurring and what is here for you. What is here for you is a massive amount of light, healing, peace. You'll begin to feel all of that when you let go of your concern about the future and you return. I see them beckoning you back. Come back to the present moment, beloved. Come back. Come back to this present moment. And as you look at your newborn, and as you look at your circumstances, we want you to look at them with gratitude, which may seem difficult when it feels challenging. But know that you can tap into the energies that are around you. We're here. We're here. We are so ever present right now, in this moment. Again, we say to you, we came with your newborn. Your newborn did not arrive alone. Not alone, not alone, not alone. Nor are you alone. Stillness. We're inviting you into stillness. Make more time for stillness. And I'm hearing them again saying, those of you who are listening, others of you on the live stream, please pay attention to the invitation into stillness this year. As you move into more stillness in your experience. As you move into more stillness in your experience, you'll begin to tap into all that is here for you. Take your eyes off the circumstances. Put your heart, your mind, and your soul into the still moment. And as you move into the stillness of the moment, you will begin to access all that is here for you. Remove your attention from the future, Estelle. Remove your attention from the future. Come back to the present moment. Move into stillness. Bring your newborn into that stillness. Create moments where, create moments where you're sitting in complete stillness, embracing your newborn, and you'll feel us. Create moments with your newborn, moments of light, moments of clarity. Sit in the stillness with your newborn. Feel us. Feel us. We are so here for you. We are so here for you. Wow. But we need for you to create those moments where you can experience us at a deeper level, where you can experience us more fully. We need for you to create those moments and to make those moments a part of your everyday experience. And when you do, you'll move into an entirely new experience of your marriage, of your newborn, of your family. Oh, God. Oh. Mm. Can I ask everyone that's present on this live stream right now? First, see the light that is within you. Take your eyes off the situation, off the live stream, the activity that's happening. And I'm wanting you to just see the light that you are. First, see that. Because you are light. You're not a human vessel, you're light. See the light that you are. And as you see the light that you are, expand it. And I'm asking you all to send that light to Estelle right now and see it uplifting her. See the light coming from you, creating a swirling energy of light for everyone present here. See Estelle in the middle and see all of our light lifting her up. Just see that image right now. We are light bodies. We're not human bodies. We are light beings, not human beings. And in as much as we can tap into the light that we are, we create amazing forces of light that can help us to transcend any experience that we're in. Okay, I'm going to move back to Estelle now. Oh, God. Whew. Create an experience of light for your family. Create an experience of light because you are light. And as you sit with your newborn in this gentle, quiet space of receiving, you will tap into the light that you are. All of your worries and all of your fears will dissipate in that moment. They may arise later on, but they'll be less intense. We see you feeling the intensity of what has occurred. And we see you releasing the intensity of what has occurred as well. Fill your home with light. And you can do so when you expand the light that you are. See the light that you are, Estelle. Expand the light that you are
And in your ability to expand the light that you are, you begin to tap into the light that we are. And we become one, as we've always been. And as you tune in to that experience of light, you will feel bliss. You will no longer feel the intensity of the situation. You'll feel bliss in the midst of it. And it will appear that nothing has changed, yet so much has changed. Stay in the energy of your light body. Stay in the energy of your light body and allow that light to flow through your being with your newborn throughout your home. See the energy of what has happened expanding into your experience. Know that you are loved. There's so much love here for you. Know that you are loved. There is so much love here for you. We want you to feel that love. We want you to feel that light. Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved. This beautiful newborn that has come into your life is an extension of the love that we are extending to you. Know that you are loved. Know that you are light. And create the space to feel the energy of the love and the light that you are. It's always here. This isn't new, it's always here. We're just inviting you to create the space to receive it more. We're inviting you to create the space to receive all that is here for you. And again, they're saying everyone can do this. Everyone that is having and experiencing a challenge right now, create the space. They're saying Rachel's healing happened in that. Oh, wow. Rachel's healing happened in that space. Creating the space for solitude, the space for stillness. And you're referring to it as cocooning, even if it's 2 minutes of cocooning in that space. Allow yourself, allow that light and that space of stillness to be a part of your everyday experience. You're too busy. You're too busy, and you're allowing that busyness to dim your light. Your light is always present. Create this stillness to tap into it on a regular basis. All of you are part of the energy shift that is happening in your experience right now. When you tap into your light, when you expand your light, you affect your entire universe. When you feel the light for yourself, when you feel the emotional, the physical, and the energetic healing for yourself, you affect your entire civilization. Know this. Know this. So we're inviting all of you that are a part of this experience today, and those of you who may re-listen later, make the space. Create the space to tune in to the more expanded part of yourself. Make that an important and regular part of your experience on a day-to-day basis. This is the new world that you're moving into. This is the new experience that you're moving into. All of you can tap in to the energy of 2020 that is at play. And the clarity that is here for you will come through the stillness when you create the space for it. Some of you may be feeling confusion about what's ahead. Let go of that and move into the space of clarity through the stillness that you have created. Make it a part of your experience. Make stillness a part of your experience. For some of you, it'll come in the form of meditation. For some of you, it'll come in the form of daily walks in stillness. For some of you, it may come in the form of just being quiet. But make that a part of your experience this year. And allow what wants to come forth to come through the stillness. It will begin to permeate your experience such that the stillness isn't only when it comes through, but as you begin to create the stillness in your day-to-day experience, that which you receive in the stillness will begin to permeate your entire day and your entire experience as you begin to move into the energy of 2020. Yet we're asking you to create the space for stillness on a day-to-day basis so that you can create the opening into a new experience. Add more stillness. Add more stillness. And I want to go back to Estelle for a second. Is there more for her? We're asking that you embrace what was shared today, perhaps even re-listen to this message. For everything your heart has desired is already here, beloved. It's nothing to search for. It's nothing to strive for. It's nothing to work toward. And it is not missing. We see you saying, but it's missing. In my experience right now, it is not. It is simply not welcomed. When your focus is on the energy of confusion, the energy of fear, the energy of overwhelmment, when your focus is on that energy, you're not welcoming what wants to happen for you. So we're inviting you to release all of those energies. Just say to yourself, I now release this. And I welcome in the energy of peace. I welcome in the energy. I welcome in the energy of confidence. I welcome in the energy of clarity. All of you can do this, but specifically for you, Estelle, beloved, welcome it in. It's already here. It's nothing to strive for. Simply release that which is no longer serving you and welcome all that is here to serve you. We see a beautiful year for you, Estelle. We want for you to see a beautiful year for yourself. And you will see it as you begin to go into the stillness and as you begin to expand your light that has been somehow dimmed by the experiences that has been occurring and the way in which you have been experiencing those experiences. But we already see that you're lifting. We already see that your light is expanding. And as you begin to move more and more into the expansion of your light, you'll begin to see what we see. And I'm feeling some excitement. You'll begin to see what we see that is ahead for you in 2020. There's nothing to fear. We're inviting you to tune in to the possibility of what can be exciting rather than the possibility of what can be fearful. Those are two choices. You get to choose. And we're inviting you to tune in to the possibility of excitement, to the possibility of thrill, to the possibility of beautiful experiences that are here for you. Tune into that. And anything that is coming into your experience this year, you can choose to experience them in whatever way you desire. You can let go of choosing to experience it with frustration and choosing to experience it with fear and simply release all of that, tune in the stillness to what is here for you and tap into all that is possible and the beauty of all that is possible for you. And this completes our message for you today. And how was for you, Estelle?
Oh, it was intense. It was tears in my eyes and joy and peace also, like peace. And
I'm
actually
seeing,
just
I'm seeing a blanket of peace, and it's what they're showing me is a white blanket of peace covering both you and your baby. Wow. And they're saying, come into it, release the future, move into this present moment.
It's very powerful. Yeah. And actually, like 1 hour before the call, I've already tuned to this. I had this image in my head of angels surrounding me. So when you said they're all around us, I was like, wow, okay.
Confirmation.
The confirmation, yeah.
They knew you needed that. They knew you needed that. All right, girl.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And you can mute yourself. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Hang on, let me check on the time here. Not that I need to care about time. I ain't got nothing else going on here. Hang on. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was planning on a couple hours anyway, so it's almost a couple hours. Anyone else? I see some of you on the live stream on YouTube. Hey, Sandy. I meant to reply to your email, Sandy, and I will. And let's plan to connect by video, okay? I went into my cocooning phase and and totally just left the real world and went into my own thing. But I had bookmarked your email. So let's connect by video, girl. All right? We'll plan a time to connect by video. All right.
Question.
Yeah, Rachel, go ahead.
Yeah, so when you were sharing about kind of like where you were and how you've been getting there, it's funny because I feel like in my life I've been kind of paralleling that in a sense too, where it's this sort of cocooning, stillness.
Yeah.
And I feel like that has been a part of my life for maybe a good part of the last 4 or 5 years. I feel like I've been here.
Same here.
And yet there's a part of me, I feel like old conditioned part of me that doesn't trust that. And so I'm just curious to see what your your divine team has to say on that, because there's a part of me that wants to feel more excited and creative and doing stuff, right? I want to do stuff. But then there's this real huge call towards this inner cocooning. So it's really like this dichotomy of desire. And
which one feels better?
Well, it feels exciting to be creative. I like being creative and I like doing things.
Yes.
But when I'm in the stillness, that also feels very beautiful as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Does it have to be one or the other?
No, it doesn't. But I think, well, yeah, that's a good question. It doesn't.
When you feel the excitement for creating, do you just go create?
No. And I think that's the thing. I think I don't trust the stillness because when I initially had a huge spiritual awakening in 2014, it put me in this really huge cocoon of stillness, and I kind of walked away from a lot of creative things that I did before. And so
okay, so I'm like getting flooded with the energy here, so I'm just going to be quiet and let them speak through me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need not fear the stillness, beloved. It's simply part of your experience. What you fear is that the stillness will then block your creativity or prevent you from creating more of what you want to create, because we see that you find creativity to be fun and interesting and exciting and uplifting, and the flow of your creativity overwhelms you with excitement at times in terms of whatever you choose to create. When you move into the stillness, you remember the past. The past is no longer here. And we're asking and we're inviting you to release the past. That past experience was just there for the moment, where you went into cocooning or you went into stillness and sort of released your creativity. That's a past, and that past doesn't currently exist. So welcome the stillness when it wants to be here and it feels like what you want to do. When that past memory comes in, remember it. What we're asking you to do is to see it as the past. It has no relevance in your current experience. It's just something that has happened in your past experience. What you're doing is reaching into the past and bringing that fear into your present moment. It does not belong in the present moment. There's too much that is ahead for you here, too much that is exciting and that we're thrilled to be doing with you. You need not reach back into the past and pull that experience into the present moment. It does not belong in this moment. So when you move into the stillness, give yourself the freedom to do so. It has nothing to do with what has occurred in the past. When you feel the creativity bubbling up inside of you, just allow it to flow just as easily as the stillness does. But our most important message for you is that the past has nothing to do with this present moment, so you need not fear it. The fear is coming from something that occurred in the past. And again, it has no relevance in your current experience. They're saying, look at what has happened for you. Look at what has happened for you. This is what is happening in your present moment. Pay attention to the miracles that are happening in your experience. We use the word miracles. It's a human term, and it has nothing to do with what is possible. Everything is possible. You see them as miracles because you didn't expect them and they came unexpectedly. But know that we have given you this experience. It's the birthing of a new experience, a new Rachel. And whenever you reach into the past, you go back into the old version of you. We're asking that you just bat it away when that memory comes up, just bat it away like a fly. It's like, oh, that's just something from the past. That has nothing to do with your present experience. What you have experienced here in this new year, this miraculous healing that has occurred in your presence, we've given you that gift so that you can see that more what you refer to as miracles or beautiful experiences are here for you. We're asking that you shift your focus to the possibilities that are here. And as you look at what has occurred, see that is the birthing of more that is present here for you. And just allow, they're showing me a stream and water flowing over rocks. And they're saying, this is how we want you to flow. When you feel the desire for cocooning, move with it. When you feel the desire for creativity, move with it. And don't reach back into the past. Just flow with what is occurring in this present moment. That memory will continue to occur at times because it was so prevalent in your experience and so pronounced in your experience, but it doesn't need to be welcomed into your present moment. So as it occurs, just say to that memory, sorry, you're not welcomed here. I'm in my new experience. I'm in my new reality. It's not, you don't need to bring it back into this experience. So as you move into this year of 2020, the way in which it began is the energy that you can continue to flow in. And that celebratory energy that occurred with your healing is something that we want you to ride in for now. Ride with that. And again, they're showing me a gentle stream. What I'm seeing is the image of this really gentle stream with beautiful giant rocks in it. And the water is just flowing gently over the rocks. The rocks are not getting in the way of the water. And what they're saying is, this is how gently we want you to flow. And this is how gently we see you flowing. And they're saying, you know us, you hear us, you get this. They're saying, she knows, she hears us. We tell her this all the time. Flow, go move with the gentle flow that is occurring for your experience. As stillness arises, as the desire for cocooning arises, just flow with it. And as your creativity arises, just flow with that. And there's no need to hold on to what has occurred in the past.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Let me see if anyone else on the
Allison.
line. Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Hey.
Oh, hi, Paula.
Yes. It's so interesting because as your divine team is speaking to so many here on the call, I'm just nodding along because
Receiving it for yourself.
exactly. So thank you for making the time and
It
space
just
for
sent
this
a
today.
shot of confirming energy there for me. Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're saying yes. This is for you too. This is for you too.
Yeah, I have a little bit of that because it's really hard for me to, the reassurance of stepping into the stillness. I'm gonna write that down and try to be more intentional and mindful of that for sure this year.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of different projects. So I'm similar to Rachel in that there seems to be this conflict where there shouldn't really be. And so I'm.
Can I interrupt? They're saying,
yes.
What is the reason that you're choosing to give that experience the label of conflict?
That's a good question.
They're saying you can choose a different label, beloved. It's simply a flow. But go ahead.
True. It's true. Yeah, I guess it's a matter of priorities. And so I weigh things differently, even though I probably shouldn't, because that's what I'm now getting.
They instantly said prioritization and priority is a very human experience. It has nothing to do with your soul's intention here. What they're saying is, if you simply ask yourself, what do I really want to do? And what really feels exciting for me, prioritization falls by the wayside and you simply move into this beautiful flow of doing what is most exciting in the moment. There will be no measurement of prioritization when you're in that flow. You'll simply be in that flow. And what wants to flow through you and to you will simply happen. And you don't have to worry. On the days when it feels like, oh, I didn't get this done, those were the things that didn't mean to get done. And what did get done while you were in the flow of that beautiful energy is exactly what needed to happen on that day. So don't worry about that list. They're saying ditch the list. I'm seeing them crumpling up a piece of paper. They're saying ditch the list and just flow with your energy. And this is a beautiful year within which to do that. We see so many of you having your lists of things and prioritization lists of things. And yes, we know that in your human vessel, there are things that you are needing to get done, like you making a meal in order to sustain your energy, you're cleaning your homes and things like that. But we're saying overall, tune into your energy body more than your lists and your lists of prioritizations. Tune into that much, much more than any list that you have created. They're saying any list that you create has no relevance for this present moment. In this present moment, ask yourself, what does my heart want to do? And tune into that heart space and tune into that energy and let it allow it to be your guiding force. You're scared to allow it to be your guiding force because you think it will guide you into trauma and drama, and you think that it will guide you into circumstances that will be worrisome. That is not the case, but it's when you go back and forth between the fear and the trusting of that energy, this is when the experiences tend to feel challenging. But if you can only move yourself into the flow of your energy body, your soul flow, you're aligning with your soul's purpose and your soul's intention. And your soul's purpose and your soul's intention for clarity, beloved, is simply, what do I love to do? What do I feel most passionate about in this moment? We move back to your reference to conflicting experiences or what feels like conflict. The conflict is there because you have a list. If you threw the list away and you tuned into your love for what you do, your love for what you do, your passion for what you do, that passion, that love, that burst of creativity will let you know exactly what to focus on next. Now, we know there is some balance for those of you that are in jobs and you're also doing what you love to do. Find that balance, but move more and more into the flow of your divine being your divine being, which does not need lists, which need not be prioritized. That prioritization will happen quite naturally when you're in that flow. You'll have this knowing, oh, I think I want to do this next. Oh, I think this is important to get done now. And that flow will be very gentle. It wouldn't be harrowing or harassing or that fearful energy of, I got to get this done. It'll be like, yeah, this is what's next to be done, and I'll do that now. So they're saying, and that's our invitation to you, come into that flow more readily. How's that?
Awesome. Yeah. I'm definitely a list person. I'll work on it.
The minute you said that, they said, no working. They're saying, this isn't a working thing. This is a releasing thing. This is a letting go thing. This isn't a working thing. They're saying, you humans love to work. You love to work on things. You love to, they're saying you love to turn things into work, and even this invitation can be turned into a goal. And that's not the energy of what we're inviting you into. We're saying flow. We're saying flow. Water doesn't work when it's flowing through a stream, a beautiful stream. If you stand at the edge of the stream and watch the water flow, it's not working, it's simply flowing. So, and when the water wants to turn a corner, it simply turns a corner. It's not working toward turning a corner. And we're inviting you into the energy of releasing the work mindset and simply release all that might be in your way rather than working toward letting it go. You simply release. And they're showing me a hand holding something. When you're ready to release it, you just release your grip. You don't look at it and go, I'm working on releasing. You just simply release. And they're saying it's that simple. If you're holding on to a cup and you want to release that cup, you don't look at the cup going, I really need to work toward releasing the cup. You simply release, and that cup drops. So they're saying, what we're inviting you into is a releasing and a letting go, not a working toward.
That's a lot. But I appreciate the messages. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let me go back to the live stream here because people are chatting on the live stream. Whoop, hang on. What did I do? Oh, great. Did I? Okay. Okay. Here we are. Thought I deleted the live stream. Okay. Hi, Elson. Maybe it's an inappropriate to ask, but can you ask if I will be in a relationship soon? I can anticipate what the answer is to that, but let me release my own agenda here. Hang on. I'm just going to look at your words because I can feel the energy when I do. They're comical sometimes. What I heard was, as soon as you release your attachment to needing such, is there more? Of course there is, they said. Relationships are a beautiful part of your human experience. They're fun, they're interesting, they're life expanding. They're joyful, they're blissful, they're challenging. And all of it is beautiful from where we sit. And we love when all of you are having the experiences of loving relationships, not only with in a romantic sense, but in all of the experiences that you're having here, in all of the relationships. Even this live stream is a relationship with each other. To your question as to whether a relationship is ahead for you. Okay. They're saying giving you the answer to that moves you out of the flow of what you are here to experience. Even when we are able to see what is ahead for you, it is not in your best interest to give you a prediction of the future for a couple of reasons. One, you can change the energy, which then changes what is ahead for you. And secondly, it disallows the flow of experiences that you were meant to have. What we would do in this moment is speak to the energy that we're seeing that is present here. There's a desire for a beautiful relationship, yes, but there's also a tremendous amount of attachment to that occurring. If you can release your attachment from the desire, a lot of times when you all have desires in your human experience, it comes with a tremendous amount of attachment. And we're inviting you to look at what degree of attachment exists with that desire. When the desire is free from attachment, it flows into your experience more easily. So when you can move into the space of it would be beautiful to have a loving relationship and a romantic relationship, and that would be fun, and life would be fun and beautiful whether or not that occurs. When you can genuinely move into the energy of that, you will allow precisely what you desire. But when you continue to see yourself as less than, when you continue to see your singleness as less than complete, when you continue to see a potential partner as missing or not here yet, you're disallowing that very experience. So embedded within the question is, I am missing a partner. That partner is not here yet. But in fact, that partner is already here. Anything that you can desire is already here in the moment that that desire is birthed. So what then you may want to play with is the allowing of what is already here. And what's currently happening is the disallowing of what is present and what is here for you, because you're in the needing of it. And whenever you're in the energy of needing something, you're in the energy of the absence of it. And the focusing on the absence of a partner continues to perpetuate the experience of the absence of a partner. When you're in the celebratory energy of the fun of what it might feel like to be in a relationship with another, and you're flowing day to day in that celebratory energy, that energy of excitement and looking forward to, and again, they often bring this example to me. Before Christmas, as a child, you're anticipating a present. You're not wishing for the present. You're not asking, why is the present not here? You're not wondering if the present will be there. To a certain degree, you're trusting that your parents will buy you what you're so excited about. And you move into the energy of excitement that on Christmas morning, you will be under that Christmas tree, opening that present and being excited that it is already here. But you know, as a child, that present is going to be purchased for you. And so you don't wonder about whether it's going to be there. You're celebrating it, you're anticipating it, you're looking forward to it, you're having fun with the thought and the memory or the thought of what is about to happen, and you're celebrating it. You can do the same for any desire. When that desire is birthed within you, simply move into the energy of celebration, move into the energy of welcoming, move into the joyful energy of its presence, because it is present already. And when you can tap into the energy of all that is present here for you, there will be no wanting of anything, because there's a knowing sitting firmly within you that it is already here. And when that knowing is sitting firmly within you that it is already here, all you do is throw your arms around it and you thank it for being present in your experience, and you celebrate it. And your excitement arises because it is already here. Many of you have felt the excitement of 2020 the minute it occurred, but the year has not been lived yet. Yet you're feeling that excitement already. And you can feel that around any desire that is present for you. Release attachment, get into the childlike excitement around what is possible, and you'll be in a much more allowing state of it being here for you. because it is already here for you. When your focus is on the absence of anything, you perpetuate the absence of that thing. When your focus is on the presence of that thing, you can celebrate the presence of that thing and thereby allow it into your physical experience as well. And that's our message for you today on your desire for a loving partner, which is entirely possible and is already here. Gia is sharing all of the answers that you've given thus far has been very helpful. Awesome, awesome. Daryl Sanders, SMH. Why, beloved? Shaking my head, why? I didn't know you were here. Hope all is well for you, Daryl. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Latoya, I wanted to ask you about the opportunity for me to move into the Qatar for contract work, but I was unsure if I would receive the opportunity because of what's going on with Trump. Well, Trump ain't got no say in your experience, unless you give him a say. Trump has no say in my experience. Don't know about you. But I think you can take what has been shared so far, because this question is much like, you know, will I be getting into a relationship or I have a desire for a relationship? It's no different at all. It's the releasing of attachment. You know, it's kind of what I was sharing earlier, where nothing in my experience seems more important than any other thing. Anything that's coming through is simply welcomed. And it's, yeah, this is here for me. So even if this opportunity does not unfold, so what? There's like bazillions of opportunities that are available for us here, you know? So welcome it in, you know, we can all move into that welcoming energy. We focus so much on what's absent that we move out of that welcoming energy, and we don't any longer see what's possible because we're so focused. You can't see all of what's possible and also focus on what's absent at the same time, because exactly what you perceive as absent is exactly what's already here, right? All of our parallel realities are occurring at the same time. So any reality that you can conjure up in your mind's eye is already present. It's not something you have to work toward. It's not something you have to strive toward. It's not a goal that you have to, you know, work toward. Know that it's already here. And I think we're moving into the energy of that knowing much, much more. And when we move into that energy of knowing what's already here, we don't even ask, you know, what's ahead, because everything that we think we perceive in our time element as ahead is actually present, you know? It's not over there. All parallel realities are happening at the very same time, right? There's a version of you doing exactly there's a version of Kimberly right now cuddling up with her lover. You know what I mean? But as much as she can tap into that reality is when she'll move into that reality will unfold in her physical experience, but that reality is already here. It's already happening. And when you really know that, because we can intellectually go, yeah, I know all parallel realities are happening at the same time. Yes, I know I'm a multidimensional being, and you can be up in your head about that. But when you move into the energy and the space of that knowing, and it feels like a knowing, there's something else that happens. There's an energetic shift that happens where you just, it's like an essence and energy takes over you of that knowing. You know, it's not a wondering of, yeah, I think this is possible. It's like, fuck yeah, I know this is possible. You know what I mean? Not only did I know it, I know it's here. I know this is here, right? It's a deeper knowing. It's not a looking into the future kind of thing, right? When you're in your 3D human element, there's plenty of that looking into the future. And I wonder if this is going to happen for me. And let me go visualize it again and right? But I think if you're watching this, you are part of the civilization shift that's occurring, where we tune in more to the light being that we are, and we tune in more to the multi-dimensional being that we are, and we see that all these dimensions of ourselves is occurring at the same time, and we no longer ask whether it's going to happen. It's like, yeah, it occurred in your mind, so clearly it is happening now, and we tune into that more readily. And we move into this experience where we don't even, like, for me, when a desire happens within me, I don't even think about whether it's going to happen. I already know, oh, that's already happened, or that desire was there, birthed within me, so that I can get excited about it, which will then move me into something else. Because sometimes the desire that's being birthed isn't necessarily for that desire to come to completion. It's to move us along to a different path. And as we get on that path, we're in a different place, So, and that's why it's important to let go of, it's important to let go of our attachment to desire, because we don't know why that desire is being birthed in our experience. We don't know why it's occurring. But when we let go, we let in what wants to come in, and what, the reasoning for why that desire occurred becomes more clear. But we are all of us are moving into a much deeper experience of our multidimensional self, and that knowing that I'm here, yes, and I am in a whole bunch of other places at the same time. You know what I mean? Not this physical Allison, but my multidimensional being. This physical body that I'm in is like the tip of the iceberg. Most of me is not here in this reality. Most of me is non-physical. Most of me is non-physical. Most of each of you is non-physical. And when you realize, when you have that as a knowing, then a lot of these physical questions about human experience begins to dissipate, because this knowing takes over. This energy of this knowing starts to expand within you and around you, and you wake up, and yes, you have the human experience, and you do the human thing, and you're doing all these human things, and then this knowing of your multidimensional self it comes into your day. And you, like, sometimes when I have these experiences that feel challenging or frustrating or whatever, I can almost instantly shift into my multidimensional self, and I can see that this is a part of something bigger, and I can see that this doesn't even matter. Like, geez, this is just like this little part of me doing this little dance here, right? And there's this bigger element of me being that non-physical part of me that's moving into an entirely different experience, and enjoying the ebb and the flow of experiencing my multidimensional self, and then humaning, and then experiencing my multidimensional self, and then humaning, and the awareness that everything is here, and then acting like it's not here, and then moving back into the awareness that it's not here. And it's all part of the skit, and it's all part of the play. It's what we were meant to experience while we're here. And it's all good. And it's all delicious, and none of it is unwelcomed. Everything is welcomed, it's all part of the pie, and every day we wake up and we get another slice of the pie, and it's all beautiful, it's all beautiful. So embrace it all, So girlfriend, Trump ain't got no damn say. Not in my reality anyway. I don't even know what's going on with Trump. I don't watch the news. I literally do not have a clue of what's going on in the world. I know what's going on in my world. Neela is saying, this is as if they're answering my questions. Yeah, they're non-physical. They know what's on all of your minds. So what comes through tends to be for more than just one person. Toya commenting on my blue hair. It's very temporary, this blue hair, but I'm going to play with temporary color. Next week, I'm doing purple. Next week, I'm doing gold. One color per week that's what's up in 2020. All right, my voice is going, so I'm going to have to complete unless somebody has a really burning question that they really want to ask before we close. I'm going to bring this live stream to a close. So let me just pause and see if any is like, wait, before you go. Everyone good? All right. Well, I want you all to leave with the beautiful energy of love and light. I'm just asking my divine team, your divine team, all of the beautiful beings that are around us right now. To beam the love and the light to us all. And as this live stream ends, feel free to come back and listen to it. But know that you're all so tremendously loved and so tremendously embraced in all of what you're experiencing. All of what you're experiencing. I'm going to unmute everybody so you can say Happy New Year and goodbye to us all. And I'll see you in whatever comes through me next. Unmute. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your week, and I'll be back with whatever comes out of me next. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.